Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with a wrap of all the news of the Montgomery County Council for this second week in December. Each year at this time, the council elects a new president and vice president, and Councilmember Valerie Ervin has passed the gavel to Vice President Roger Berliner. He is the council's representative for District 1 and has been a member of the council since 2006. Elected to the position of vice president, Councilmember Nancy Navarro. She is the first Latina elected to this post. In his acceptance speech, Mr. Berliner shared his vision for the upcoming year as president.
As we look forward, we have every reason to be confident about our future. For even in the midst of these extraordinarily challenging economic times, we have held our own. Some have done better, and we should not be reluctant to learn what lessons there are from them. But at the same time, we can take comfort in the resilience of our county and its unchallenged position as the economic engine of our state.
As she leaves her post as president, Valerie Ervin says she does so with a strong sense of accomplishment.
We preserved essential services for our residents, attempted to do what was fair for employees and taxpayers, and took a long-term approach to protect our fiscal future. We took steps to preserve our world-class school system, to maintain safe neighborhoods, and to create economic opportunities to grow our tax base. One of our biggest accomplishments was developing a fiscal protection package where we controlled growth in debt service and compensation costs, funded future employee obligations in a consolidated trust for retiree health benefit pre-funding across agencies, and strengthened county reserves.
In other news, the council took up the issue of the proposed curfew. The bill would ban teenagers under the age of 18 from being out past 11 on weeknights and midnight on weekends. The proposal was first introduced by County Executive Ike Leggett as a crime prevention method, and it's been debated for months. The discussion comes on the heels of a recommendation by the Public Safety Committee not to approve the measure. In the end, the council voted to table the curfew legislation. Councilmember Phil Andrews led the charge against the proposal.
The overriding issue here was a bad proposal, in my view, the curfew, and that was crucial for the council not to support something that was not only unwarranted, but I think would have been harmful to the county because it sent a false message about the level of crime among young people, and I think it tarred young people with the same brush when 95 to 90% of young people are law-abiding, and they're the people that we saw here at the public hearing and saw at the youth town hall meeting. Those are the young people that I think about when I think of young people in the county, and they far, far outnumber the very few young people who are misbehaving or who were involved in the 7-Eleven thefts.
However, Councilmember Nancy Florine was disappointed the council didn't take a vote. She says the issue should have been resolved one way or another.
Well, I really think people deserve an answer. It's been the talk of the town since July. We've heard from so many groups. We've heard from and I've certainly heard from plenty of folks who have mixed views on this. And you know, our job is to legislate as legislators. And I really think we do a disservice to the community, to the county executive, and frankly, to my good friend and colleague, Phil Andrews, who's been out there on this, to not resolve this one way or the other.
Police Chief Tom Major told us today's action by the council was a disappointment, but that his department would continue to work to prevent crime.
I know a lot of the council expressed the sentiment that things weren't bad enough, that we didn't need to institute a curfew. I approach it from a different angle. I don't want to see things get that bad. I'd like to prevent things from getting that bad in the first place. The curfew legislation was part of a series of recommendations, part of a comprehensive strategy to further reduce crime. And so the fact that we don't have that piece, I think will hamper our efforts to keep kids out of harm's way.
Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for tuning in.